self-serving, persuasive talkers
of everything and nothing.
We are Conversation Con Artists. What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. On Point.
And I am Calamity Red.
And we are Conversation Con Artists, back for another fantastic episode.
I'm back. I wasn't here last week because of me. Because I fucked up. Sorry, guys.
You ain't have to put that out there.
Because I'm sure they were wondering, like, why you did a show by yourself. Because did you mention why?
No, you should have listened to the show, but no.
I did. I didn't listen to the whole thing, so I didn't know if, like, later on you mentioned it or not. But I basically lost the SD. We re-recorded an entire episode and I lost the SD card because I went from here to my parents' house. And somewhere in the midst of all of that, I lost it. So we didn't have a show. Because I'm an idiot. So my bad.
That's why I want to call you about it anyway, because you feel so damn bad. Like, damn. Y'all, I legitimately have deleted an episode immediately after the show. I think it happened twice.
Yeah.
And we've re-recorded it like after that. We spent 2 hours talking like hell. Yeah. Deleted. Spent 2 more hours talking like hell to recover from my mistake. So I don't know why she feel bad. This is the first time
I know
you've done anything that impacted the episode, right?
Yeah, but I still feel bad because, you know. And I don't edit the show till late, so I didn't realize that it was gone until like late. So I just felt bad. But anyhow, we're back to the regularly scheduled program.
We back.
I'm sick. So if I sound like shit, I'm sorry. But I can't shake this shit. I done had this shit for feel like forever. It's not the flu, which we're like in a crisis right now with the flu down here, but it's not the flu. It's my mom is sick. My mom is like hardcore. She ain't go to church sick. And my mom go to church.
There's a flu epidemic in Alabama, and I was at a buffet, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Why the fuck are you at a buffet, bro? You are asking to be sick. All of these nasty ass folks' hands touching them spoons, and you picking the same spoon up, and you putting it in the dish to put it on your plate, and then you go straight back to the table and you pick up an egg roll with that hand and you bite it. Oh man. And then I was thinking, you know what? A buffet is just the only overt example. What about all these little fucking teenagers at these fast food restaurants who couldn't get off of work because their asshole manager said, if you don't come to work today, you're fired. Yep. But they was like, but I'm sick. And they like, well, you got to come anyway. And they sitting back there coughing all over the fries and coughing all over the burgers. Yeah. And they might be doing that when it ain't a flu epidemic. Yeah. But right now I'm paranoid. So I will be cooking until this state of emergency is reduced. Or
it's bad.
Until we get the clear. Because they a whole school, Briarwood Christian.
Yeah, they closed the school. Because it was so bad. Yeah.
Too many students and teachers were sick.
Yeah. I know. It's bad. Like, it's I've never seen it be this bad as far as the flu is concerned. It's bad. I don't know.
I posted on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at Mr. MISTER_on point. Go find me on Instagram. I posted a video. I was leaving CVS. Mm-hmm. I went to go visit a kid on the other side of town, and he was having a fucking bad day. And I said, look, I can't help your bad day, but I can bring your ass some candy. And he was like, bring me some candy. He a high school kid, so they be texting his class and everything. Bring me some candy. So I went to CVS. I'm walking out. A dude with a surgical mask. You know one of the masks they cover the face with?
Like in China, they be walking around.
Yeah, it's hanging under his neck. And he burped. And then he had a little surprised look on his face. Then he pulled it back over his mouth real quick. Why? I was like, oh my, what the fuck just happened? Like, I don't want your breathitis.
Why are you walking around without the mask on? It should never be hanging around your neck, bro. Like, if you got it, it should be on your fucking face. He should have already had it on his face. Burping shouldn't have been a thing that he was like, oh shit, let me put my mask. Why you even took it off? You can breathe in that thing. He should have left the shit on his face. And we taking it on and off. Leave that shit on.
I don't give a fuck if you was listening to mask off. Nigga, put that shit back on. You know, at the beginning of that whole line, he say mask on. You know what I'm saying? Then he say fuck it, mask off. You don't have to follow those orders. You could just say no, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna keep the mask on.
Keep the mask on.
Like, I ain't trying to get sick.
Yeah.
But it made me say, what? First I was like, what's going on? And people on Instagram started saying, we in a state of emergency in Alabama. I'm like, I did not know that.
Yeah.
But now that I know.
I don't have the flu. I done had the flu before, and if I had the flu, I would not be here right now because that shit is horrible. You feel like you're dying, and I can't do shit. So because I'm able to get up, move around, walk the dog, it's not the flu. But it's something that I cannot fucking get rid of. Because if the flu going around, I'm sure a bunch of other bullshit is going around as well. So I feel like I got some of the other bullshit. But my mom did not go to church. And my mom go to church all the fucking time. So if something keep her from going to church, her ass is sick.
Well, you better not be dropping shit off over here.
I'm not.
I'm just letting you know.
Here's the thing, though. Now I'm gonna be blamed. Even if I don't have the flu, if you get sick after this, you're gonna blame me, even though you've been out interacting with other folks and in other environments. I'm gonna get blamed. You
got a 2-day window. If I don't get sick in 2 days, you all right?
It's not the flu. I'm sure of that. But I can also be found on Instagram and Twitter at red_calamity. We're still doing the listener letter portion of the show. So if you have a question you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it to our Gmail account, or you can find us on Facebook and hit us up there. We're going to do a flurry of questions. These are random questions that it's supposed to be like funny questions that could be asked on a job interview. But if I ever went to a job interview and they asked me any of these questions, I don't think that I would want the job anymore. Because I would just be like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? Are you more of a hunter or a gatherer?
A hunter or a gatherer?
Yeah.
Hell that mean? I ain't Native American.
Well, it's not a Native American thing, is it? Wasn't it a...
I thought that was tribal. The Navajos were hunter-gatherers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, there's different tribes had different
if you were
characteristics.
Native American, would you be a hunter or a gatherer? What the fuck is a gatherer? Is that like...
Is that men versus women? It's like the men are the hunters and the women are the gatherers?
I don't know.
I thought it like meat versus berries.
That's what I was thinking. I'm not really... I don't know. Because it wouldn't be a question then. Like, if I'm female, you know I'm a gatherer. Or if for you, he would know that you're a hunter. It wouldn't be a question. I don't think that's...
Well, I'm going to connect that to modern day my life. I would call myself a gatherer. I feel like I'm a gatherer of knowledge. And I think through my choices and decisions. And that's what I'm going to say that a gatherer is in that sense. Versus a hunter who acts on impulse.
Okay, yeah.
And goes for the kill more often than not. I'm more reserved.
Yes. So that would make me a gatherer by that definition as well. So yeah. Now, okay. You're a new addition to the crayon box. What color would you be and why?
What would my color be? It has to have something to do with my brownness. I feel like black as hell would be darker than black, and I'm not that dark, so it gotta be a brown. Mine would be downtown doo-doo brown.
Okay. Would that be like a dark? Because doo-doo is like varying shades of brown. What shade of brown? Light brown, dark brown?
It'll be like a brown, dark brown, but mixed with a hint of black. Speckles.
My color would be Black Panther black, just because I'm excited about the movie, and that's all I can think about at the moment. So it would be a lighter black, not black.
Why lighter black?
Because he's not dark black. He black, but he's not. He's brown. He's like a dark brown. The guy that plays Black Panther, anyway. So
whatever.
Yeah. You finish with the job interview and you step outside the office and find a lottery ticket that ends up winning $10 million. What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Hell kind of question is that? I just interviewed.
Yes.
So I don't have a job.
No.
I'm finna go get my $10 million damn dollars.
But what if, okay, so you get the $10 million, they call you and say, hey, we want to offer you the job, $30,000 a year.
So there's some context to this that's important. What kind of job what kind of field am I in?
Obviously, it's the field that we're already in, because but you wouldn't be interviewing for a job that's not in your field. So it's gonna be a job similar to what you do now,
which would put me at about $40,000 a year.
Yes.
No. Hell no. I'll be like, thanks, no thanks. I'm finna start my own agency right next door to yours.
Yeah, I definitely would not accept that job. I would be going to look at stock options to see how I can make my money, make me more money.
Exactly.
I would be going to look for a house.
I'm immediately gonna forget I had a fucking interview. I'm gonna be trying to figure out where the fuck I'm finna move. I'm finna figure out what kind of car I'm gonna upgrade.
Yeah.
I'm finna figure out who loans I'm finna pay off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm finna make sure I got shit on my mind. They gonna call. I probably ain't even gonna answer my phone for the next 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you know niggas that be calling me. I heard you won that $10 million.
New phone. Who this?
What up, cuz? Cuz you ain't seen it in 10 years. You remember me? No. Who are you? How did you get this number?
Bring their ass out the woodwork.
Exactly. What do you think about when you're alone in your car? I don't think about anything. Well, no. Well, sometimes I'll think about like the destination of where I'm going. If I'm going to work, sometimes I think about work shit, like who the fuck coming in that day and whether or not I'm dreading it or not, or whether or not I'm going to be happy. But that's really it. I don't think any like profound thoughts when I'm fucking driving. Like
when I'm driving, I be freestyling.
And I listen to music, so like I'm singing.
I be freestyling, not like rap freestyling, but more like spoken word poetry freestyling. Like that's how I come up with some of my poems. I be listening to a song, and it's usually a song after I done played it so many times I know the song. I start just zoning out when the song gone and just listening to the music of it, and I'll just start coming up with new ways to talk about shit that's on my mind, love, relationships, whatever's going on.
Yeah.
So that's what I be doing, man. I don't claim to be good at it, but that's what I be doing.
What's your favorite 90s jam?
Favorite 90s jam? Probably something by Boyz II Men.
I like California Love.
California Love.
Tupac and Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like that song. And I like the music video.
Yesterday, Can You Stand the Rain?
Was that 90s?
It wasn't 90s when New Edition did it, but it was 90s when Boyz II Men did it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Water Runs Dry. I like a lot of Boyz II Men songs. A lot of their songs in my shower playlist.
Yeah. I love Boyz II Men. They were a very good harmonizing boy group. We don't really have that anymore.
Do we? We don't?
Who do we have now?
I guess you're right.
Nope, nobody.
Dudes don't get together to sing no more.
I mean, white dudes do. What's their name? One Direction. Are they still together?
I don't know.
I don't even know if they're still together. But they're not like harmonizing it. Like
that's pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, no harmony. I mean, I'm pretty sure you still got old groups do it still.
Yeah. I said ain't nobody new doing it. If you could be any animal in the world, what would you be and why?
Animal. Hell, I'd be a human. We animals, right?
Yeah.
I need to be something with sentience, man.
You could be a monkey.
Monkeys ain't got no damn sentience. And they still throw shit at each other.
Why are you so... All of them don't do that. All of the species of monkeys don't do that, do they? I think there's like baboons and like... I don't think all species of monkeys throw shit. I don't think.
Are you certain that all species of monkeys don't throw shit?
I'm not certain, but
I mean, that's like That's like a staple of understanding monkeys. Like, they be throwing dookie at each other. Like, or maybe they just the dumb monkeys that throw shit. Or maybe they the smart ass monkeys.
How is that smart? That ain't smart. Throwing shit is not smart.
It's not smart when you're a human.
It ain't good. What is the purpose of when you a monkey throwing shit?
I don't know. They don't got clothes. They already butt naked.
That's even worse, though. I can't even. If you throw shit and hit a shirt, I can take that shit off. You throw shit and hit my chest.
I'm just saying it's easily accessible. So they pick it up and they throw it and they create a whole dynamic between themselves and the people they throw it at, and they like don't be fucked with because of it.
I would be a sloth.
A sloth? Mm-hmm. Why would you be a sloth?
They just chill, sleep all day.
They can't get away from no predators.
They don't have to. They stay in the trees.
You think sloths ain't getting took down by snakes?
They are, but I feel like not as much as if they was like on the ground where lions and shit was eating them. And they just eat. That reason why they are slow as fuck is because they don't eat enough for their metabolism to kick in. They just eat them leaves off the trees.
Why don't you just be a human that do that all day?
Cause then I'm gonna be poor. If I'm a human doing that shit, I ain't gonna have no money. No place to live. It is when you need somewhere to live.
You can become a career criminal. You can build your skill set.
Well, that ain't sloth like. I'm doing shit.
What I'm saying is you work to be sloth like. You get enough money and then you be sloth like, or you just get some intense level of skills. You can become an assassin, international assassin. All you gotta do is sit on top of a building with a sniper rifle, pop somebody in their head, get money wired to your bank account, go home and be a fucking sloth.
Or I could just be an actual sloth.
Fuck sloths.
I don't know.
They got long ass weird fingernails.
They do, cause they don't do anything that would keep them. The reason why like tigers and shit nails don't grow to get overgrown is because they are constantly moving and rubbing their shit against stuff, so it files it down naturally. Sloths don't do shit, so the shit just grow.
Imagine how lazy of a creature that you have to be, not just you, but generationally, that your body hadn't even evolved to have to move fast because you don't do shit but hide in trees your whole goddamn life. And your daddy and your daddy and your daddy, they all did that shit. They just had a whole life full of hiding in trees and surviving. And now your ass can't even get away from shit when you need to. No. And you know who sloths, you know the creatures that sloths can't get away from? Our ass. Because we got their ass in zoos. Yeah. We got them on YouTube videos.
People be having them shits as pets. And I'm just like, why would you want that as a pet? Like, it's just going to sleep all day. Because even in captivity, they don't have their metabolism is low as fuck because all they eat is leaves. They don't get the nutrients that they need. So because of that, they move. That's why they move slow. That's why they sleep all the time. Because they stay up in the trees and all they eat is the leaves. So why would you want a sleeping ass pet?
So what you saying is if you give a sloth some steak, potatoes, and bread, they're gonna be moving fast out here.
I don't know if that would happen because generationally, this is what they've done. You might just fuck their whole system up since they not used to eating that shit. I don't know what would happen. I'd be curious to see like if they were given food that gave them the nutrients that they need, if their metabolism would speed up and if they would get more energy. I don't know. I don't think that anybody's tried that. Like none of the people I see on YouTube that got them as pets tried. They just feed them leaves and let them sleep, which again is like, why would you want that as a pet? I don't understand.
I mean, why would you want a gerbil or a chameleon or lizards?
I know. I don't know.
Or fish. Fish is the worst.
No, I had a fish and it died because it didn't do nothing and I forgot about it. I completely forgot.
So you murdered a fish?
I did because I didn't change his water. You saying it died
like that's all passive, like you ain't have shit to do with that man's death.
I didn't change the water and I came home one day and he was belly up. I was like, shit, forgot to change that damn water. So he had just been shitting in his water till it got too dirty where he couldn't breathe.
What was his name?
Angel. It was a beta fish.
That cliche ass beta fish name.
I couldn't think of nothing.
So Shawshank Redemption, Andy was like, what was his name? And the dude was like, who gives a shit what his name was? He's dead now. I don't know why I thought about that scene.
What is the last thing you watched on TV and why did you choose to watch it?
I watched Lethal Weapon.
I was going to say, you watched Law and Order?
No. I mean, I watched Law and Order, but the last thing I watched was Lethal Weapon. I like that show, the TV show. It's good. I mean, I'm still skeptical about how much I like Damon Wayans, but the other guy's really good. I mean, they both work well together.
I'm binge watching Twilight Zone because I have the definitive collection. And I'm watching it because I like it, because it's interesting. I like the twist at the end, or like you can.
It's no longer a twist if you know what's coming.
Well, I haven't watched it in like forever, so like some of it I don't remember, and until like it happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that is what. Like some of them I know. Like I skipped the one about the little boy that. Because I hated that one just anyway. This little boy got some powers. He the only person in the city that's got powers. He a little asshole. And so all the adults have to like be nice to him, because if you're not nice to him, he kills you by sending you out to the cornfield, whatever that means. So they're all like, yeah, that's good. He'll draw a picture. And oh, that's good, Anthony. That's really, really good. Even though it looked like shit. Like nobody is honest with this kid. Nobody punishes him for the shit he do. And so some of the adults, you know, it drives them crazy. He end up killing them. And there ain't no resolution. I mean, the kid just gonna keep controlling shit, I guess, till he eventually kill all the adults.
You need to watch Black Mirror.
I've watched Black Mirror before. It's like the new age. And it's more like social media tied. But yeah, I've watched it. Twilight Zone has a special place in my heart. I just love it. And it used to come on New Year's. So me and my mom, my younger brother would like watch it because it'd be on all fucking day.
Unrequited love.
What do you mean?
I mean, Twilight Zone don't give a fuck about you.
Oh hell no.
You love Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone just like you, just another one.
Yeah.
You just another one that love me. I can't give you that back.
Pretty much. What is the funniest thing that has happened to you recently?
Funniest thing that happened to me recently.
The funniest thing?
I mean, it ain't really shit funny that happened to me.
I can't think of nothing funny that didn't happen.
Well, I went and bought. So what I do is I go to Walmart, and Walmart employees are so fucking terrible that they don't mark down items when they're supposed to. Mm-hmm. Like if you got an employee that's supposed to be coming to work every night and marking down laptops that go on clearance and items that go on clearance, if they don't do that, what happens is the same old price stamp be on that item, mm-hmm. and you think it's $400, but it's really marked down to like $90. Mm-hmm. So I go to Walmart and I try to catch these items. There's websites, brickseek.com. Go to brickseek.com. It's one of them inventory searching websites that tell you how much those items are. Mm-hmm. And so on Thursday or Friday, I think it was Thursday. I went to a Walmart because it said that these grills was $90. Mm-hmm. And I don't need another grill, but hell, they was $90, marked down from $400. I get there and they got 4 of these grills in stock, but they tell me these grills are still $400. Them are not. They're not on clearance. And so I'm like, okay. I walk around the store and I look on my phone at the app and I'm like, these grills are showing as $90. Now, the way that you verify that at Walmart is to have them scan it. Mm-hmm. The issue is they were all display grills, and whoever set them up threw the barcodes away.
Oh my God.
So apparently some dude named Larry had a big UPC book at home that had all the UPCs in it.
What?
So we had to wait for Larry to get them and scan them.
Why did Larry take them off?
I don't know what the fuck. Larry he ain't the one that took it off, but Larry's a manager. He like have a big book full of all the UPCs that you scan.
I know, but I'm saying, why would he take that home with him? Like some light reading at night?
I think he do the clearancing. And he probably took it home with him to know what to mark down the next day.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he might be doing shit to just make his job a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So they told me to call back. We'll get this shit from Larry, and Larry we'll let you know if it's that price. And the employees were some cool employees. One of them was like, man, I'm gonna buy 2 of them if they sell them for that price. But anytime you do that at Walmart, they always undermine you, act like they know more than you. And clearly I'm not an employee, but what you should assume is that I do this shit often. Like, this ain't my first rodeo with this situation. And I called back. They said, yeah, they are $90. You were right. And so one employee bought one of them, another employee bought the other one, and then they saved one for me, but they saved another one, so I bought 2 of them. Mm-hmm. The silly part of this story is I couldn't find anybody with a truck. So my silly ass got my Subaru outside, taking the wheels off of both of these grills in Roebuck parking lot. Now that is the hood.
It is.
So I'm sitting out there like, would I get my head busted for a grill? You know, not would I take a head busting for a grill, but would somebody come and see me with them grills and say, hey, bro, come up off them grills and bust my head for that shit? I don't know.
Not a grill, I don't think. If it was a grill for your mouth, maybe in Roebuck, but I don't know.
Hell no, that's worse. They gonna bust your head for your gingivitis?
Yeah. Grill just in general is disgusting.
So it's pellet grills. It's like a new version of a smoker. Mm-hmm. Instead of charcoal, you basically pour these wood pellets into this big tub. Mm-hmm. And one of the downsides of smoking is that the temperature constantly decreases as the charcoal burns out. Mm-hmm. So you got to go add more charcoal, add more wood. You got to maintain your smoke. You got to make sure your smoke is flowing right. There's a lot of stuff you got to do to make it right. A pellet grill, you just pour all of the wood chips into this little container and you set the temperature that you want it to cook at, mm-hmm. and it allocates that wood in just enough to keep that temperature automatic, so you don't have to sit with it. You can just set it, forget it, and come back in 4 hours and your food is done. So I want to see how that worked.
So you did get them?
I got them. I'm gonna sell one of them. If I sell one of them for around $250, which mm-hmm. is reasonable for a grill that's $400, then I'll be able to. That'll just give me a free grill, or maybe I'll sell both of them and just come up $300. I don't know, but I was just outside that parking lot, and an old ass security guard came up with like, "Don't look like you can fit both of them grills in your car. You might as well let me get one." I gave him my card and told him to call me back in a week.
So I teach a class to a bunch of parolees at the day reporting center, which is where they have to go after they get out of jail. You know, they have to go report in at this place. Now they have different states that called, what do they call them? They have different levels. Okay, level 1, you have to go like every day, Monday through Friday, and stay the majority of the day. And then you move up to level 2, level 3, and the more you move up, the less you have to report in to the actual center physically. Anyhow, I teach a class, a stress management class, and it was my turn to teach this past Friday. So I taught the class. You know, it was all right. The thing about it is, it's me and this other girl. And these are men that just got out of prison who just been seeing other dudes, you know? Mm-hmm. So like they make you feel so uncomfortable, how they look at you, how they talk to you, how they stare at you. Like, it's fucking creepy. I hate going. But anyhow, the class went pretty well. They were pretty interactive. It wasn't horrible. So whatever. So I get off work and I go to the little Walmart, the little neighborhood market next to my house. And I'm in there standing in line and I hear somebody say, "Hey, what up, Jennifer?" And I turn around and it's one of these niggas from the class. And so I'm like, the fuck is he doing over here over at this store? Like, what the fuck? So I was just like, hey. He's like, "I really enjoyed your lesson. You did real good." I said, "Thank you." So then my paranoid ID channel watching ass made sure he left first. And then I'm looking at my rearview mirror. Here's the thing. We don't know what these people have done. And so, like, what we've started doing is we'll look them up to see what their crimes were, because you can look them up. And some of them are in for rape and shit. And so it's like, oh shit. These ain't people you want to see outside of the center. So I don't know if that was funny or creepy, but I mean, he was very nice and pleasant. He wasn't inappropriate like some of them can be. Oh my God, because they said some inappropriate shit. I hate going to that. But I guess that would be something funny that happens to me, seeing him and just being, obviously they get out, they gonna live wherever they can, they gonna live with relatives. Some of their relatives might live in a place like Hoover or Mountain Brook. I just didn't expect to see him. And for him to like remember my name and be like, "What up, Jen?" Like, what?
Might have followed your damn ass to Walmart.
Don't say that. Because on my way home, I was looking in my rear view. I was paying attention if anybody turned in after me and shit. Like, it was creepy. I don't do creepy. I don't. But I guess that qualifies as funny. But anyhow, that's our flurry of questions. I think we've answered plenty. If you have a question that you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it in to our Gmail account, which is conversationconartist@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Facebook and send it to us that way. Since we were talking about animals, let's talk about Chris Brown facing charges over having a pet monkey. He apparently has a monkey. I don't know what kind of monkey. He didn't name it Fiji. Monkey's name is Fiji.
Really?
Yes.
He named the monkey Fiji.
Yes, like the place.
Should have named it Domestic Violence.
I hate you so much.
Should have named his monkey These Hands.
It don't say what kind of monkey it is. It's a cute monkey, and he posted a video of his daughter playing with this monkey. Now, he did not get a what is it called? A permit. He never got a permit for Fiji. So he facing like 2 different charges.
Fuck wrong with him?
And it's a misdemeanor that they could, if they want to, they could put him in jail for 6 months for this shit.
Throwing shit ain't the worst thing monkeys do. The worst thing they do is carry fucking diseases that'll kill your goddamn baby in 25 minutes. I mean, your baby will turn red, throwing up, shitting out the ass at the same time, and they will get to the doctor, and the doctor will say, "We don't know what to do because you gave her a fucking monkey without a permit that got some new ass disease ain't nobody seen before." Like, that's the reason that you gotta have shit like permits for monkeys, because monkeys, it's a strain of fucking deadly ass herpes going on right now in Africa with monkeys.
Yeah.
And you know what? Monkeys live with that shit. They don't give a fuck. Yeah. That's just a Tuesday for them. But your black ass out here buying monkeys because they cute.
They are adorable. But I wouldn't buy a monkey. I definitely wouldn't buy a monkey and give it. How old is his daughter? She's not even 5. And it's a video, actually, not a picture, a video of her playing with this monkey.
That monkey gonna puncture her skin and her ass gonna be in a hospital bed.
Just buy her a fucking puppy like a regular parent. Just get her a puppy.
One, Chris Brown is not a regular parent. Okay, Chris Brown, one, is a celebrity. Okay,
celebrities get their kids puppies.
Money.
That don't mean that you go buy a fucking monkey that's gonna kill your daughter potentially.
I'm just saying.
Don't need no more trouble, my nigga. You done had plenty of trouble with the law. You should be trying to avoid them motherfuckers.
That's what he thought he was doing
by getting a monkey.
Man, don't nobody in the hood know about no damn permits for animals.
But he's not in the hood.
You can take a man out the hood, but you can't take a hood out the man.
That
is evidence by the worst ass whooping a woman has undergone from a black hood celebrity, probably in the history of fucking public opinion.
He gave
who done whoop somebody ass worse than this after Ike and Tina?
Yeah.
Publicly,
that was publicly known. Yeah, I can't think of any others. Yeah, I don't know.
That man whooped her ass.
He did.
Okay, and you know what? I'm sorry. I don't want to hold Chris Brown hostage by the actions that he did in the past, but he did them, and he can't escape them, and he can't escape these jokes.
He turned over Fiji to the authorities when they came, but he still faced charges for having the fucking monkey in the first place.
They probably choked Fiji right in the back of the damn police car, killed his ass immediately.
Why would they kill Fiji? It ain't Fiji's fault.
What you mean?
It wasn't police that came. It was the California Department of Fish and Wildlife that came.
Because they don't want Fiji Titans goddamn running rampant out in L.A. or wherever hell Chris Brown stay at.
They are responsible. Like, they know what to do and how to handle animals. It ain't like they just sent a cop out there. They didn't just send the LAPD to pick the monkey up. It was the Fish and Wildlife people. So
where'd he even get the monkey from? So first off, let's talk about where he got the monkey from.
He rich. If he can find out places to get monkeys.
If he did not get this monkey through legal means,
he didn't, because if he had it, he would have a permit.
Exactly. First off, he got a monkey that they stole from the monkey family. All right. They kidnapped a monkey. The black market monkey vendors kidnapping monkeys and selling them to rich motherfuckers like Chris Brown, who, mind you, should have gotten a permit but did not, because you know what? He wanted his daughter to die. He wanted to die. He don't want to kill her himself. But he gave her a monkey.
Like handling the monkey barehanded, like holding it like it's a baby.
She probably already got some shit that she finna give to 30 people over the next month.
That was just a very random story. Like, I was like, why would Chris Brown buy a monkey for his daughter? Nigga, just get her a dog. Get a dog or a cat. Like, you could get her a really expensive. If you want to, like, still be rich and do rich people shit, you know, it's dogs out there that cost like tens of thousands of dollars because they're like this rare breed. You still could have spent a lot of money, Chris, and showed off your money by giving her this dog that other people would never be able to afford. You could have got her a puppy that nobody could get.
Look, the king of pop had a monkey.
He did, but he got that shit with a permit because he never get locked up for, what was it, Coco? He didn't get locked up for Coco. Mm-hmm. Because he obviously had a permit for Coco. Chris just went out here, ran out here and got the first monkey he saw. That one. You know, he asked one of his damn entourage, where can I get a monkey, y'all? And there was a monkey, like a pet? Yeah. I know a dude, he got monkeys. I mean, not like with him, but he can get monkeys. All right, man, hook me up with him because I'm trying to get a monkey. That's so weird, man. That dude can't win for losing. Trying to do regular shit. Let's go ahead and get Trump shit out the way. Oh, this nigga. Donald Trump this week made a comment about Haiti being a shithole country. Now, this was in the context of trying to create some kind of bipartisan legislation for immigration. Why do we keep trying to help these shithole countries, is what he said. So what I think happened was they presented some legislation in front of him, which he said, I'm going to sign whatever y'all put in front of me. If y'all come up with a deal together, you're going to put it in front of me. Mm-hmm. I think a big part of it is it didn't have a wall to his liking. And I also think the second part was that he didn't want the immigration lottery, the visa lottery, mm-hmm. and all of those different lottery type systems to determine how people come in. And when Haiti was still on the list of countries for people to come in through the lottery, he was like, you know, why do we accept people from these shithole countries, meaning all these places in Africa? Why can't we bring some people from Norway, with your white here? Folks? And he was like, take them out. Those are white people, by the way. And I don't imagine take them out meant kill them. I imagine take them out meant get them out of this legislation. Yeah. But people keep saying, like, the right keeps using the excuse of, you know, shithole countries exist. So our president calling a country shithole, which is what it is, ain't no big, you know, it's not racist. What? Now, let's add some greater context to that. The context is that he called Haiti a shithole, amongst other places in Africa, and he directly compared it to Norway. And when you say, under the context of why he was saying that, it was implied that you can judge all of these people based off of where they come from. Mm-hmm. So
by saying take Haiti out of the equation, he was essentially saying, I don't want people from Haiti to even be considered in coming over here. Mm-hmm. So what kind of implication that have? If you were to tell me that I got a shithole family, you know, how can I not feel like that has an implication on how you feel about me as well? You know, if you talk about where I'm from, then you're talking about me as well. It's implicit in what you say, but I don't see why people are pardoning what he said. But the people who pardon it are people who just been supporting him irrationally anyway.
It's not presidential. Like, he says so much shit that if other presidents had said this shit, especially Democratic presidents saying this shit, then the right would lose their fucking minds. You understand? Like, they would go insane. If Clinton or Obama had said half of the shit that Trump says, the right will be talking about how improper they are, how they're not presidential, how they making the country look bad, all of this shit. But because he's a Republican, they're going to support him at all costs. It don't matter what he say. They're going to find a way to justify what he says and try to make it seem like it's not a big deal, and that is just ridiculous.
Do you think immigration is an issue?
I think that immigration is an issue, or I don't even know that it's immigration. I think that, you know, the people that come over illegally might be an issue, because like, I don't know if people know, but like, getting into this country legally, we have one of the hardest systems of becoming a citizen. Like, compared to other countries. Like, the questions that they ask, I done lived here my whole life. I would flunk it. I would flunk the test. I wouldn't be able to live here. Because it's like history shit. Like, I don't know about this shit. Like, names and dates. I don't know. I have no idea. I've lived here my whole fucking life. I don't think building a wall is the answer.
That's like the kindergarten version of fixing that problem.
Yeah.
You know, hey, it's people coming. Well, what stops people from getting over to a place? A wall. So let's put a wall up. Yay. And motherfuckers just latched on to that whole idea during his campaign.
And it's so stupid. It's just really, really stupid. Like, do they realize that this would have to be like some shit like the Great Wall of China to be effective in any kind of way as far as keeping people out? Do they realize that motherfuckers have built tunnels for other shit, and that they would build tunnels for this as well? Like, it's a stupid ass idea. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense at all. And I'm so surprised that he was able, that just shows me how stupid people are. That he was able to campaign with that being one of his biggest campaign problems, and people being like, yes, build a wall. We totally need a wall. It just shows me how stupid people are. Like, y'all some dumbasses, that if you believe that that is really the answer to fixing this issue. Because it's not. It absolutely isn't. He's an idiot. Is that all for Bush? I mean, Bush, Jesus. Trump.
I might bring some more Trump stuff up. Let's keep going.
Let's talk about H&M.
What does that stand for?
I don't think it stands for anything. I think it's just the name of the company.
It don't stand for shit?
Maybe it does. I don't know.
H&M meaning Hans and Moritz.
Oh, that must be the names of the creators of it. Mm-hmm. H&M came out with some ads for some new little shirts for boys, some sweatshirts for boys, and they had a little black boy and 2 white kids. Okay, so, and there was 3 shirt options, so any of these kids could have wore any of these shirts. All right, one little white boy had on a blue shirt that had all different kind of animals on it. Okay. The other little white boy had on a shirt that had a tiger on it that said something about being fierce or something relating to like a tiger. And then you get to the little black boy, and he has on a shirt that says the coolest monkey in the jungle with a monkey on it. And of course, people.
I don't think it had a monkey on it.
Huh?
It didn't have a monkey on it, did it?
It did have a monkey on it.
You sure?
Yeah.
On the back?
No, on the front. It had Coolest Monkey on top with the monkey in the middle and then In the Jungle on the bottom.
It does not.
Are you sure it didn't have a monkey?
I'm positive it don't have a
Let
monkey.
me see. Why did I think it had a monkey?
Probably because the boy was in it. He was the monkey.
Okay, it didn't have a monkey on it. But it did say Coolest Monkey in the Jungle.
It had a monkey in it. According to H&M.
So the problem is that anybody with any memory of racism and knows that black people have been called monkeys and apes and we, you know, that's been something, you know, for years that has been said. So when you have 3 shirt options and 3 little kids and only one of the kids is black, don't put him in the monkey shirt. It's really simple. Don't put him in the monkey shirt. So of course everybody was upset about this, black and white people, because there were some white people who saw it and immediately was like, oh shit. I actually showed this to my coworker. I didn't say anything. I was like, hey, look at this ad that H&M put out. And she was like, oh shit. She immediately recognized that it wasn't okay without me prompting her saying like, can you believe this? Or I just showed it to her and she immediately was like, oh shit, why they put him in a monkey shirt? So celebrities got upset. Celebrities that had contracts with H&M to do business with them had pulled out. Like The Weeknd pulled out, and there were a couple of other celebrities that was like, we're not doing this shit. People were calling for Nicki Minaj and Jesse Williams to pull out because they had, I don't know if you've seen the ad where they're supposed to be like parents to some kids. Nope. So they have an ad where Nicki's the mom and Jesse is the dad, and they've been teasing this ad for a couple of weeks now. And so people are like, y'all need to pull out. Y'all don't need to like keep working with them. They never did respond to it at all. But other celebrities like Diddy, you know, a lot of other celebrities like, this is fucked up, this is terrible. Of course, H&M came out and did the, you know, apology that everybody does. That's not really an apology. It's like, cause y'all got mad, I'm gonna say this. But the real fucked up part of this whole story is that the boy's mom was fine with it. In fact, she came out and said people were being too sensitive and that it was just a shirt and that it wasn't a big deal. His mom said this. And I was just so disappointed. Like, ugh.
Who is she though?
What do you mean?
Who the fuck is she to determine what everybody else regards as offensive?
Yeah.
These are individual offenses. They offend people on an individual level.
Yeah. I mean, he a little black boy that you got put in a monkey shirt. And I have coworkers that have children who consciously make a decision, because there are a lot of clothes with monkeys and monkey print. They don't buy monkey shit for their children and put them in it. They just don't. And the thing about it is, the shirt isn't the problem. It's the fact that you put it on the little black boy, because obviously that shirt, anybody who wants to buy it for their child, okay. But in the advertisement, don't put it on the little black boy. And then other people can decide. Other black parents can decide if they want to buy a shirt that says coolest monkey in the jungle and let their child walk around in it. That's a choice. But putting that little black boy in the ad with that shirt on was fucked up. And I don't care if his mom sees it or not. It's not okay.
She cut the check.
But the thing about it is, other people were offering that little boy money to model to get away from like H&M. So she still could have cut a check. It just wouldn't have been an H&M check. Yeah. So it ain't about the money. I'm not really sure why she decided to come out and say that bullshit and become a target, because now everybody like the mama stupid as fuck. And now, you know, where people were feeling sympathy, now they're feeling animosity towards this mom. Because that makes me sad for the little boy. Because, you know, he probably doesn't recognize what the problem is. And especially with his mama. I'm sure she ain't talked to him about systemic racism and microaggressions. I'm sure she hasn't taught him about any of that. So I feel bad for him because he's involved in something that he doesn't even understand. And fuck H&M. I didn't wear their clothes anyway. Mostly because they in the mall and I hate going to the mall. And their clothes are like rainbow. You probably don't know what rainbow is, but they like cheapy.
I know what it is.
That's what their clothes remind me of, is rainbow. So that's another reason why.
Is it exclusively for kids? Mm-mm. They got adult stuff?
It's mostly for adults. Oh. It's like Forever 21, them kind of stores. And those are the kind of advertisements they normally have. I guess they trying to push their kids line right now. Mm-hmm. But it's not really catered to. It wasn't catered towards kids. It was more adults, young adults, teenagers.
Did you know that all the Africas all the H&Ms in Africa have shut down?
Well, because they was fucking it up. Like, there's videos of them going in, like, tearing them up, throwing shit and breaking shit. And I don't think that's the answer. I don't think, wrecking the stores is the answer.
But it's the response. So it may not be the answer, but it's the response.
Yeah, it is. They gonna just open the stores back up when this blows over. I mean, I think that what will really make an impact is if people stop buying that shit and they have to close some of the stores.
Well, because of all the closed stores in Africa, it's costing them about $50 billion.
Oh, yeah, they got on top of that real quick. As soon as it happened, they start fucking stores up. So, that's just terrible. Like, I would not put my kids in monkey stuff either. Like, I just wouldn't want to do that just because of the history behind it and how we've been called monkeys. So, fuck that mom and fuck H&M.
How you feel about Oprah running for president?
Let me say this. I don't feel like we need any more celebrities who don't have a background in politics running for president. I love Oprah, okay? I do. Oprah is amazing. I do not think Oprah has the qualifications to become president. I don't think she would. I mean, I think she would be better than Trump just because she's not stupid like him. But she does not have a political background. I just don't feel like we need to get another person with no background and no experience in any kind of political seat. So no, I don't think she should run for fucking president. I don't want Oprah as president. I don't want another celebrity for president. I don't know why people are excited about that. Have we learned nothing from Trump and the stupid decisions that he's made because he don't know how government work? And she doesn't either. Again, I don't think she would be as bad as him, but she doesn't have the experience for it. I'm sorry. I'm not with it.
I don't know. I don't care. Really. The president is not a figurehead to me.
So you said that before, and look at what Trump doing. And all of this bullshit that's happening. You said that it was a figurehead that wasn't going to matter, but he doing a lot of bullshit.
He doing a lot of bullshit because Congress is some spineless wimps. Because Congress keep going along with whatever he say they going to do just to get stuff done.
He's not a figurehead there. He's actually making decisions.
No, he keep putting all this shit on Congress to make some deals. And he said, I'll sign it if you get it here. So in order to appease him, Congress is being some bitches. Now what Congress could do is say, hey, Trump, fuck you. No, we ain't doing this shit like that.
They could, but they're not.
That's what I'm saying. They are the wineless, they're the spineless wimps in the situation. Who let Trump get away with whatever he wants to. And furthermore, I think Trump's biggest problem with office is that he's not listening to the professionals around him, because everybody he put in his cabinet are not professionals of the shit that they over.
Yep. You know, that's what I'm saying.
New to them. So I feel like Oprah or any sensible celebrity would already listen to the people around her. I'm sure that she would put people around her that are qualified for the position that they're taking over, in the sense that they have some experience in it. And I believe that she would divert to her professionals when it comes to matters of national security, education, all of these different issues. I think that's what she do.
But what if the professionals are stupid or make bad decisions, or she wouldn't be able to say, okay, well, no, maybe not on this particular issue. I just don't think that she has enough background to like understand whether or not because the professionals might fuck up. And she won't catch their fuck up. And she's just going to go along with it because she don't know no better. Like, I just don't think that we need another celebrity. I'm not with it. I don't care who the celebrity is. After this shit, I would like somebody with a political background this time around.
I don't have a problem with a celebrity.
I don't want a celebrity.
It'd be cool if the first black woman, the first woman president was a black woman.
It would be, but I just feel like they're not gonna take her seriously. They're gonna make shit even harder for her because they're not gonna respect her because she's a woman. They're not gonna respect her because she's black, and they're not gonna respect her because she's a talk show host. That's what they're gonna look at her like. You think like they're gonna make shit very hard for her. The Republicans. That would be a very difficult job for her. It'd be even worse than how it was for Obama, as far as them trying to keep her from being able to do shit and voting against it, because they're not going to take her seriously. Even more so than they would take any black woman seriously. I think there would be an added level of disrespect for her. And I think it would be very hard. They would make it very hard. The disrespect would be astounding. I feel like they were gonna disrespect the shit out of Hillary too, but it wouldn't. I don't think it would have been as bad as it would be for Oprah.
Maybe.
I just don't think they take us seriously. Now they shouldn't take Trump seriously, but because he's doing the stuff that they want to do, they going along with it for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Because they could easily not take him seriously because of the same reasons, but I don't think they would take Oprah seriously. And I think that would be a problem as far as getting stuff done. Like, even if she does listen to the professionals, if the people in Congress and the Senate, want to fuck up shit or not agree with her because of that, her following the professionals ain't gonna matter. If they blocking her at every turn, I just can't see it working. So, I'm not with it.
Gotcha.
What else do I have? A fourth grade teacher at a school gave a homework assignment that says, give 3 good reasons for slavery and 3 bad reasons, make notes, and then put them into complete sentences on a separate sheet to prepare for presenting an argument. What? And it was a Christian school.
So what's your 3 good reasons for slavery?
It ain't none. The fuck?
It was back then.
Not for black folks.
Of course
there
not.
There were good reasons for white people. But as a black person, I don't give a fuck about the good reasons for white people. There was no good reasons for my black ass. So it wasn't no good reasons. It wasn't. Bad reasons I can give you all day long. But making an argument for like good reasons, no, especially if this gonna be like a debate type shit, which is what it sounds like. No. Ain't no good reasons. So they sent it home. Obviously the parents were very upset about it. I'm sure it was just the black parents. Maybe 1 or 2 white parents, but I would say the majority would be black parents that saw this shit and was like, what the fuck? The principal apologized to the parents for the assignment and admitted that it was out of line. He said the assignment was supposed to spark debate.
In the 4th grade?
In the 4th grade.
We weren't trying to hit nothing about no damn debate in the 4th grade. Well, at least we know this ain't Texas. What happened there?
Wisconsin.
Okay.
The purpose of the assignment was not in any way to have students argue that any slavery was acceptable. What? But you said with good reasons. That contradicts what you're saying. The purpose of the assignment was not in any way to have students argue that any slavery was acceptable, a concept that goes against our core values about the equality and worth of people of all races. But you asked them for good reasons for it. So how can you then say that you weren't trying to make an argument for it being acceptable?
I don't know.
That don't make no fucking sense. If I had a kid that came home with that assignment, I'd have been at the school the next fucking day. The next day. I would have took off work because it's going to be an all-day thing. And we would have all had to sit down. And you going to explain to me why my black son came home with an assignment making an argument for why slavery was good. Please explain to me and let me know. I'd love to hear your argument for it. What were the 3 good things about slavery, Miss Teacher? I'd love to hear it. What were
economic empowerment, cotton gathering, and Jim Crow laws.
Like, that shit is just unbelievable. And yeah, in the 4th grade, are you really debating shit in the 4th grade?
Hell no.
Like, debate, and then like debating like serious shit like slavery in the 4th grade.
I was trying to figure out if I can get a quarter to buy fucking tea and lunch.
That shit is ridiculous, yo. Like, white people, man. That should have been some common sense shit. Like, you should never have given that assignment.
I saw a trailer for a movie with Gabrielle Union in it called Breaking In.
I saw that.
You seen the trailer?
Yeah.
It's basically about Gabrielle Union's dad dying, I guess, and leaving his overly protected, secured house with her. It's been a lot of these getting fucked up in house movies going out.
It's a lot. What was the one? It was one that was exactly like this, where the house was set up with all of this extra shit. It had a white lady in it. Can't think of the name of it. But this is, well, as soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, this is exactly like, damn, what was the name of that movie? And she had kids with her. It was exactly, it's this movie, but with white people. I think it was Jodie, let's see. Maybe Jodie Foster.
I'm always game to see somebody whooping a whole bunch of folks' ass, but I'm gonna need it to make sense for Gabrielle Union. Otherwise, they need to change the name of the movie to You Just Got Your Kids Killed. Because your ass didn't sit down.
I cannot. Let me see. I think it was Jodie Foster. Again, they just rehash these movies over and over again because they can't think of anything new.
Ain't nothing new under the sun, shawty.
Damn, what is the name of that fucking movie? Maybe it wasn't her. But she was in a house that she had built because she was scared. I think she had what's the mental illness where you scared to go outside?
I don't know.
Fuck. Anyhow, there is a movie that's exactly like this, but with a white Panic Room. Panic Room. It was her and her daughter.
But it come out on Mother's Day, so she's going to fucking destroy them dudes and win at the end.
So did she in
But it need to be
Room?
realistic, man. Like, they need to show like a scene of her in military training or something. Like, she not finna kill all these dudes and get her son in this fucking fortress or where she at.
And she don't even know why they breaking in or what her dad was into, or cause she didn't have no relationship with him. It sounded like he just left her this shit.
Ain't no telling.
It's just.
I think it's gonna be interesting though.
You watch it.
I'm an action buff.
I am too, but
I don't want to see this movie with Taraji though, Cause I'm real
Proud
like
Mary.
That.
Yeah, I don't either. Meh, not interested. Sorry, Taraji, but I'm not interested. The last thing I have is an aspiring rapper robs a Wingstop to get Rick Ross's attention. Now, if you do not know, Rick Ross owns Wingstop. So I'm sure that's why he thought that him robbing it would get his attention. But does he think that Rick Ross is aware of the goings on of each individual Wingstop? Like, I don't understand. His name is Cedric Miller. Well, he owns a few of the franchises. I don't think he owns all of them, but this was one that he owned. I just don't understand why you would do that. Because why would you think that that's gonna get his attention? What was that?
Fucking shit I brought up, pulled up. My bad.
But like, that ain't the way to go about getting the record deal, my nigga. That's not it.
Nah, man, Rick Ross gonna come and grab your ass and stuff wings in your goddamn mouth. Wing bones, mind you. People already done ate them. They spit on them
he
already.
Ain't wasting no chicken now.
Motherfucker gonna be like, oh no, don't bring the old bones. They gonna just stuff them in your face. And everybody gonna laugh at you.
Like,
you ain't getting no rap deal, motherfucker.
And you, like, the stupid thing is, in order for this to have worked, you would have to be identified as the robber, which means you're gonna serve time for the robbery. I guess you thought he was gonna come and like give you a deal while you in prison, and then you come out and you gonna like rap.
If you go in prison telling folks that, he'll gonna be like, yo, dumb ass. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that?
Yep.
Robbery is frowned upon. If you have the capability to rob, do it for the money, not for the job. Damn.
Rick Ross has no idea. He might have an idea now. The Shade Room picked it up and ran it, but like at the time that this happened, Rick Ross probably had no fucking idea. And again, you stole from him. You robbing the Wingstop when he the owner of the Wingstop, is you stealing money from him. But you think he gonna want to give you a job because of that? Like, the whole thing is just fucking stupid. The whole thing. He's insane. He is so crazy for that.
So, Genuine.
Oh, Lord.
Genuine was on a UK Big Brother, and I think somehow it came up that he would kiss a trans woman. And he would not kiss a trans woman on air, and that has put everybody in an uproar.
Let me say this about the transgender community. I love them. I wish nothing but the best for them, and that they keep, people lead them be. But I don't understand why they feel like if you're not willing to date them that you're transphobic. Because I would not date a transgender man. I wouldn't. I'm sorry. But that's a preference. It's not because I'm transphobic. It's just I'm not interested in doing that because, yes, you may have transitioned over, but because you're not a naturally born man, what that means is that when we get ready to have kids, we're not going to be able to go about that the regular way. Either I'm gonna have to get inseminated some kind of way, because you don't even have sperm. Like, if you were a woman that changed to a man, you don't even have sperm. Now, the men that change to women, a lot of times will get their sperm put on ice so that they'll have it if they in the future want to have kids. But as a woman, I guess you could put your eggs. I don't know, but I have eggs too. It's too much. I don't want to deal with that, and so it just amazes me that they feel like anybody who's not willing to like be romantic with one of them is transphobic. That's not transphobic to me. That's a preference.
I think it's built into the concept of acceptance for them, because I think that they definitely want to be identified as a woman, because that's what they identify as internally. But the separation is physically, you are made up of something that is not a woman. And the question is, should that be accepted? Like, should that be bypassed? Like, that is a fact. Like, that is a physical existence. It's one thing to subjectively experience being a woman internally and we can't see it on the outside and expressing that to the world. I'm willing to accept that, you know, but we can't act like there isn't a variable that makes this somewhat different, you know? So furthermore, trying to get anybody to kiss you when they don't want to is just another indicator of the the era of sexual assault that we are in right now in our society. You know, why would people be in such an outrage that a man don't want to kiss somebody he don't want to kiss?
And that's what it comes down to, that it is as simple as that. It's not this vendetta against transgender people. Like, the same way I won't date somebody that's 5'5", the same way I won't date somebody that ain't working. Like, I have a right to have my preferences, right? Just because you went through the process to change, that does not guarantee you that I'm gonna date you. I still have a right to choose. They act like you just have to date them. You ain't got no other choice because that's part of accepting them. No, I can accept you and still not want to date you. The two are not mutually exclusive. So I just don't understand that. And it seems to be the mentality of a lot of them that if you are unwilling to date a transgender woman, then you're transphobic. No, that's not how that works.
And, you know, I don't know if I can fully agree with the idea that that's all it's about, you know, Genuine not wanting to kiss somebody he didn't want to kiss. I mean, it may be true that trans disgust him. You know, when we talk about a lot of people in our society, that's the case.
Yeah.
He might utterly just be disgusted with that idea because that's how some people portray that group in America. But at the end of the day, you still can't force somebody to do what they want to do, and you shouldn't ridicule somebody for not doing something with their body that they don't want to do. I mean, that is the essence of the dialogue about women's assault and trans is that, you know, we are to respect their bodies as, you know, as they are, but everybody ain't gonna do that, and I don't think that should be asserted on anybody either.
Dope. It just, I don't know, that's always confused me. That's like saying to accept a gay man, you have to be willing to date a gay man. Like, no, I can accept that you're gay and not want to date you. Everybody has a right to have a preference. And the thing is, there are plenty of straight people who will date a transgender person. So go find one of them. Like, the fact that I don't want to doesn't mean that you're never going to find love, or doesn't mean that that's going to hinder you, because there are other people who are willing to do that. I'm just not one of them. Apparently Genuine is not one of them. But to make this like into this huge uproar and like start attacking him, I just can't get with that. You can't force him to kiss somebody on national television. You just can't. Same way that because if this was the other way around and some man was trying to force a woman to kiss him, this would be looked at completely different. That man would be would be talked about. He would be villainized. It would be horrible. But because this is a woman, we don't even look at her trying to force herself on somebody. Yeah. Because that's what it is. And it's not okay. Sorry. I wouldn't date a transgender person. I respect them. I respect their, what they've gone through. I respect their viewpoint, but I don't want to date you because that isn't in the route that I want to go. Like I said, when it comes to conception, that's a whole different ball game. I don't want to deal with that. I'm sorry. Yeah. And that's not something science can give to you. They can fix your parts, but you don't have the reproductive system now to do that. And I don't want to deal with that. But there are people that do and that are fine with it. Just go find those folks and stop trying to convert everybody else.
You know what gerrymandering is? Mm-hmm. So, in North Carolina, the districts drawn through gerrymandering sway the state so much that you can have 70% of the Democrat vote and Republicans still win. They've called it unconstitutional.
It is.
Which it is. So they're about to redraw the district lines. So the way gerrymandering works is that the only requirements that a county or has in redrawing districts is that it has to have a certain amount of people in it. You know, and so instead of drawing like a square, they say, hey, this is my district. They draw districts based on streets and locations so that they can get the people in their district that are more likely to vote for them. Meaning, a Democrat that draws a district will draw one where the Democrat population is Latino, the black, the poverty stricken. They are likely the most, well, the not white poverty stricken will vote for them. And then you have Republicans that draw lines for people who are more wealthy or more white, and they'll vote for them. Now, the dynamic this creates in politics is if you have a district full of people who are of your party affiliation, you're going to have people who have to run against you. And that's how it brings out the extremes. That's how it brings out the Steve Bannons and the Joe Arpaio's and the people who are running who are dangerous, the Roy Moores, because they are extreme candidates. And that's because these poorly drawn districts are, you know, shielding out a fair and balanced election where it'll be half Democrat, half Republican or something along the lines to make it more fair. So NC has regarded it as unconstitutional, and a lot of states really need to follow suit.
Yeah. Do you think that we will ever get rid of the Electoral College and not have just do the votes based on actual votes?
I think there's about 12 or 13 states that's looking at kind of reworking the Electoral College. Now, I don't think we can fully rework it because...
Why can't we just get rid of it and do popular vote?
Because the biggest states in our country that hold the most population would essentially be making the choice of who the president is every year. I mean, if you just do popular vote based off of how many people are in the country, California, New York, Texas, Florida, and biggest states are going to be choosing our president.
But they still get more. They still choose the president because you still have to get those states to win the Electoral College. Like they get more vote. Their number is higher anyway. It still works the same way.
Because swing states will go away then. Swing states are the states that vote for the president, essentially. You already know what California going to be. You already know what New York going to be. You already know what Texas going to be. So the presidents don't campaign in those places majorly for votes. They campaign in swing states more than anything. So if you take the popular vote, then all they would do is campaign in Texas, California, and New York. And they wouldn't have to campaign nowhere else.
But they already campaign where it counts now. Like, it just sucks living in a red state and knowing my vote don't count. It doesn't. It does not. Now, it did in our individual election this time, but as far as the presidential election, we red. We gonna always be red. And so if you're a Democrat, you're fucked. It'll never, ever happen. Never.
The Electoral College is like an accountability system that used to be more prevalent. Because before there was social media, before there was even travel and transportation, somebody had to go to Washington to vote for whatever it is that they was trying to vote for. And so they took enough people to represent your state to Washington to make that vote for you. And there's other ways to fix the Electoral College outside of dropping it, fully. I don't know what the best route would be for that, but just popular vote ain't going to be good. It's not going to be a good situation either.
I would just like to feel like my vote count, and I don't with the Electoral College because we going to be red, and so our votes are going to go toward whoever the Republican candidate is every time, every year.
I mean, that's the reason that you move out of Alabama.
Yeah.
It's not a reason that you ask for the whole electoral college to be reframed. But 13 states are already trying to figure out how to get that done.
I was going to say, like, so then I just moved to a blue state because it's gonna be the same situation. If I go to Texas, if I go most of the southern places that you would live in, they're gonna be red. So I have to move out of the South. It's just fucked up if I don't want to do that, and having to do that just so my fucking vote count. Stupid.
True. It is stupid, but you know, this is the country that we have. They got a system that can be easily manipulated, and that can keep anybody subjugated that they want, and they can keep anybody in power that they want. You know, I'm starting to realize how flexible the system is because Joe Arpaio is running for Senate in Arizona, and Chelsea Manning is running for Senate somewhere else. Just two people got pardoned for whatever crimes that they did. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Let me see. What else do I want to talk about? I'll just list the stuff I got going on. If any of them sound interesting to you, we can talk about it. The Trump lawyers allegedly paid off 100 women that have had sexual interaction with him, porn stars and whatnot, which supposedly was reported after one porn star was given $130,000 to hush. Don Lemon getting his black card reinstated since Trump been president. Trump faking his doctor's note for his little health screening that he had the other day. And Hawaii ballistic missile mistake. In Hawaii, somebody pressed the wrong button getting off their shift that made it seem like they were finna be attacked.
Yeah, I saw that. That had to be scary.
I know, right?
But the amount of time that before they fix that shit, like, hell no.
Yeah.
Causing all that panic. That's funny that Don Lemon got his black card back.
He went on a little rant about Don Lemon, about Donald Trump the other day, and man, it was ridiculous. But he been doing this shit like, he been going hard at people lately about blackness.
He has.
I guess maybe when President Barack Obama was there, he felt like he had to speak the way he was speaking in order to be accepted in the job he got. You know, but now
he's doing a lot better.
He's doing better as far as his blackness goes, but you know, I wouldn't hold your breath.
Well, you know, people flip and flop. You never know. You might lose it again for the middle of this year. Who knows? Can't never tell.
I mean, ain't none of that stuff really stuff I care to talk about anymore. To be honest. What, you got anything else on your mind?
I hope I get rid of this fucking cold soon so that I can stop sounding like whatever the fuck I sound like. I hate it.
You got extra rasp.
I have extra rasp. But you know what? The dogs listen to me when I yell because it sounds more intimidating. So they're listening better. So I got that if nothing else.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I ain't got nothing else.
All right.
Until we come to the next conversation.
We out.
Holla.